It's very important that you initiate all your movements very deliberately, slowly, under control. Once the speed of an exercise exceeds a certain rate, momentum takes over. And what happens to muscular involvement? It's reduced, it's diminished. Intensity refers to the percentage of momentary muscular effort. Anything that reduces momentary muscular effort reduces intensity and thereby reduces results. What you want to do is increase muscular involvement, not diminish it. Anything you can do to make the exercise harder, thereby increasing muscular involvement, again, that's the name of the game. It's so damn obvious. Either you train, think about it this way. We all said in the very beginning that growth does not come easy. Anybody here thinks growth comes easily? Anybody want to challenge that? Has anybody grown too fast this year? No, we all know growth doesn't come easily. You literally have to force growth. Now you tell me how you force growth with light weights, mild exertion, easy workouts. The harder you train, the faster you grow. The harder you train, the less time you can spend training. It's as simple as that. Again, the intensity and duration relationship is a universal one. It doesn't exist just for Mike Mentzer. There are some people who are fond of saying that it works for Mike Mentzer, it works for Casey Viator, it works for Ray Mentzer, but it works for no one else in the world. Or we all have vastly different requirements. And yet these same people all train alike. Arnold does 20 sets, 6 days a week. Franco does 20 sets, 6 days a week. Frank Zane does 20 sets, 6 days a week. If they're all so different, why do they train exactly alike? The point of the matter is we aren't all that different physiologically. We're all unique as individuals. But when a young man goes to medical school, or a young woman, and studies muscle physiology, whose physiology is he studying? Everybody. We all have the same muscle physiology. The biochemical changes leading to muscle growth in Mike Mentzer are the same in you. And it follows from that that the specific stimulus required to induce those biochemical changes leading to muscle growth in you and me is the same. What is that stimulus? High intensity muscular contraction. It's universal, it's a medical fact, not subject to debate. Simple as that. What is true, and this is where the confusion comes in, is that we all grow at different rates of speed. I might grow faster as a result of high intensity training. But we all will grow faster when each of us trains more intensely. We all have different innate adaptabilities to exercise. Age, existing physical condition, motivation, a lot of different factors. But the underlying muscle physiology is the same. If you're not training, or if you're not gaining fast now, or if you're not gaining at all, you'll gain faster when you train more intensely. The people who say we all have different training requirements are entirely wrong. They're ignorant of the basic facts regarding muscle physiology. If we all had different physiologies, medical science could not exist. The doctor would have to study each individual as a separate physiological entity and then learn all the intricacies of his physiology and devise medicine around him. We could not have medical science. The very fact that they could take the basic principles of physiology and apply it to the whole human race is what makes medical science a viable discipline. Make sense? Sounds damn good to me. Any questions? I can't make it any simpler than that. I mean, all the theoretic and academic bullshit aside, I mean, it just follows from common sense. The harder you train, the faster you grow. But it's also true, you can't forget, that the harder you train, the less time you can spend training. Just like the faster you run, the less distance you can run. Sure, you can train as hard as possible for 30 minutes, then diminish the intensity and train for 8 hours after that. That's not going to result in anything except reduced progress.